Hello, everybody. I'm back. Oh, geez, how long has it been? 2 months? I finally got myself moved with the video card again that actually works, and everything is all set up and good, and yeah. Oh boy. So, all right. So yes, I am actually back more properly this time. And let me start things up here. First, let me give you a quick explanation on some of the changes that I'll be making. I'm actually going to be starting a new game. And so I'm actually going to be starting a new game. And because, hey, why the heck not? So, all right. So the plan this time around, I have a very specific goal in mind for the videos, and that's to go from 0 to Minmus to Duna. So I wanna do that, and it's all gonna kind of be sort of baby steps. You know, I want to you know, get some basic launches and then orbits around Minmus, and then set up like a fueling base out there because, hey, Kethane, Yahoo, and then use that as a staging point to launch to Duna. Now, I think I can do this because I am out of school. I finished grad school last month. Oh, thank God. So that's the plan. All right. Now, initial vehicles are like kind of a joke to build, so I won't try to do the time accelerating thing here. I will just kind of, you know, do stuff because, hey, why not? And you'll notice that I've still got some fancy, funky mod stuff going on here. Anything else I want to put on there? Nope. Ooh. I like that flag. I'm going with that flag. And I'm going to name this. If you see my typing get weird, blame my new keyboard. Or, not exactly new keyboard, but my obnoxious keyboard. Because, arg, mumble, grumble. My keyboard, my primary keyboard, decided to go kersplat on me. Oh, and those sounds are just my gamepad doing its thing. My regular keyboard decided to go kersplat on me, or rather, I kersplatted it accidentally while trying to clean it. There we go. So I had to get myself an emergency keyboard while a proper one is on order. Because, hey, I don't have a keyboard otherwise. So, all right. What's been going on? Holy crap, I finished grad school. I am totally thrilled about that. That is completely awesome. This means I actually have time for stuff. Oh, my word. Actually having time. Ooh, all interface stuff and things. Okay, so you'll also probably notice, let me get launched here. 2, 1. Oh, whoops, staging. There we go. You'll probably notice that this is actually at 1080p properly. So, here's what happened with that. So I moved from Boston, Massachusetts to Denver, Colorado. Now, in the process of this move, what I, shall we say, didn't exactly anticipate was my monitor kind of dying on me in the process of getting out here, which royally sucked. So I ended up needing to get a new monitor. In the process, I got a bigger and better monitor because, hey, my old monitor, which was a 23-inch 1680 by 1050, I believe that's a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, worked reasonably well, but hey, it was kind of old. Back in the day when that kind of monitor cost like $200, $250. So now I got myself a rather nice $200 27-inch 1080p. Now, sure, people are going to complain about, hey, pixel density sucks, but you know, to bump up to a 14.4 or a 1440 monitor would have cost a big pretty penny there, which I wasn't willing to pay. All right, I love the chatterer, but dude, let's turn it off for the moment. So, okay. So, and oh, this game looks gorgeous. So, I did that, and then, you know, obviously I had to upgrade my video card because my old one went splat, hence why I haven't been making videos. So, I got myself a GeForce 760, which is way better than my old 460. Hence why I'm able to run this at the highest detail levels. Woot! Alright, so expect 1080p videos from here on out. Now, also expect me to actually start doing this more regularly because, oh my god, I can actually do these regularly again. Which is something that was phenomenally annoying before with school and everything. I mean, I was able to keep up with the Kerbal Space Program ones, but I couldn't keep up with anything else. So expect more videos. I will try to get back into doing EVE Online videos, but I do want to get my new database redesign up and running. Plus, I am looking at getting a proper video capture card, so that I can capture more than just the game footage. Because I would like to capture more than just the game footage. I'd like to capture my desktop and show you guys how this database thing is set up and how I use it and all that kinds of stuff, which is stuff I can't exactly record in the game. Sad face. So, that's part of the agenda. But I need to get the database set up properly and get that video capture card so that I can do that. So, you know, plans. All right, now there's that. There is one other video series that I am looking at doing, but that one I'm keeping a surprise of because it's going to take a little bit of time. I will give you a hint that it will be console-based gaming, not PC-based gaming. And it will be abundantly clear why that's the case once I get it set up. But for the time being, it's all surprisey stuff. So, all right. Now, Kerbal Space Program. What exactly am I planning on doing here? Well, like I said, you know, get myself to Minmus and then get myself to Duna. So for this video, I wanted to start from scratch because it had been so long since poor solid rocket booster. It had been so long since I played that it was like, well, you know, I might as well just do it over again. And I kind of have forgotten all the fancy stuff that I used to do. I mean, you know, 2 weeks will kind of do that. It's unfortunate, but, you know, it's a reality. Mumble grumble. So, regardless, however, I will be starting this over from scratch, as you can probably tell. So, you know, one piece at a time. All right. So, I just got myself 19 science. I could have done more, but, you know, I'm feeling kind of lazy about it. So, let's go to the Science Land. And, you know, obviously, I've got some mods installed. I got 14 science. Is that enough? No. Damn. All right. So, yeah. Sorry, minor distraction. Okay, now, because I've got more time on my hands, one of the things I am going to do is make some modifications to how I record these videos. Now, this includes doing cuts for vessel construction, because one of the reasons I wasn't doing that before was because it was just generally sort of kind of a pain in the rear to actually go through the editing work that was necessary in order to actually do them in a way that, you know, was at least marginally decent, you know, presentation-wise. So what I have decided to do is actually do those cuts properly now that I've got the additional time, because hey, I am in Denver. Woot! Those of you who know this is exactly where I wanted to end up. So, yay! Jason got stuff and things. All right. And okay, 2 of those there, and this thing, because I will not be doing anything without power. Okay, staging. Need to get the staging down properly. Okay, this would be the upgoer 2. Now you'll notice the first 2 that I didn't do the fast cuts with. They're incredibly simple craft. I'm not going to stress about getting these things set up properly. I'm really not. There's absolutely no reason for me to do that. So, it is what it is. Now, I will say, however, that future ones will be fast cut through. So instead of me just cutting out and completely ignoring that I'm building the ship, I'll be fast cutting it. So, woot, flag. All right, and crew report, and all right, lift off in 3, 2. What's this? Ooh, this is new. I like this. Year 1, day 1 time, and then mission time. I'll keep this on. I like this. 3, 2, 1. Ba-doom. Going up pretty fast. All right, so I completely forgot what I was talking about. Yahoo. I should probably observe mystery goo. And hold on to that. All right. So as I was talking about with like my goalish objective-y things for this, I'm really getting up there. All right. And let's start gravity turning. I like to do that at about 11 to 12, and at least I kind of remember that I like to do that there. So make sure that I don't hit the staging button. I didn't hit the staging button. Sweet. Alright, so I might actually be able to do an orbit with this, which would be totally awesome. 80, 90, 100. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I should also, because, actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to get out of the atmosphere before I set that up. Starting to get up into high orbity things. All right, so I actually have also gotten a little bit of feedback on the videos. I did actually have one person say, hey, talk more about the game. So I'm going to try to talk a little bit more about the game. Now, obviously, it's not something I'm going to be able to do all the time. But, you know, I shall try. Transmit data. Woot. Data is transmitted. All right, crew report. And keep... Oh. Time to set up maneuver node. All right. Ooh, that's interesting. They certainly got some interesting new stuff here. All right, now I don't know if I actually have the fuel to do a full-on orbit here, but I will try. Okay. Orient myself. And so the burn will take about 37 seconds, so I'll want to punch it at 20 something. What is that? I mean, I don't want to hit that now because I don't know if that's going to wipe my node or not, but oh, one other thing I want to do, since nope, I don't have a lot of time, so won't do that. Then keep that data. Okay, So I'm going to engage thrust in just a moment here. 4, 23, 22, 21, 20, and 19. Okay. Also, this is the perfect time for me to transmit that. Now, of course, I don't want to get myself stranded up here. That would kind of suck. So I need to be a little careful with my fuel. All right, let's cut that. Yeah, see, I'm afraid that if I do any more, I'm going to strand myself up here. So let's just do. Okay, that does remove the node. Nice. All right. So turn myself around because, hey, why not? And I may do some additional time jumps as well through the boring stuff. Now, obviously, I haven't... Oops, wrong button. I haven't done any of that stuff yet. You haven't seen me do that yet, but that is the plan. That is the plan. I plan on it. So you will eventually see that. As to when exactly, I'm not completely sure. But, you know, since I have time, I will be finagling with this stuff. So, you know, expect ideally some better editing and some, you know, proper Jason actually does stuff that kind of works in the right way kind of stuff. That has not been my customary way of doing things before, where I've just been crazy busy with school. But I have a regular job now that I can actually walk away from at the end of the day. At least I hope, since my first day is tomorrow. So I'll be finding out. All right, so... okay, time accelerate. Berderp, berderp, berderp. And coming back in. So, still going pretty fast. Let's see if I can slow myself down just a little bit here. And jettison that. All right. Now... crew report. Keep that. Whee! I do like the high resolution texture packs that are out there. I actually haven't updated any of the mods to be 23.5 compliant, if there is such a thing, because I've been so out of everything that I haven't really been paying that much attention to any of the mods or what's going on with them or anything like that. So I actually don't plan on updating any of that stuff until after version 0.24 comes out. I mean, that's going to be a pretty major overhaul. It may even break save game compatibility. I'm not sure, so I may have to do all this stuff over again. But, you know, I kind of needed to do it over again regardless, so, you know, it's a thing. So, anyways, where exactly am I going to come in here? Yep, okay. I'm water landing. Woot! Water landing! Yeah, there we go, there we go. Re-entry heat. Let's hope these things... oh, shit. Oh, yes, they're gonna make it. They're gonna survive. They're not blowing up. This is awesome. Because, you know, I've got the re-entry damage mod thing going on, and these things could theoretically explode if I'm not careful. Alright. That is something I'll have to futz with once I get used to everything. Okay, deploy the chute. It will drag things a little bit. Slow me down. So, for a Minmus base, I mean, obviously I want to do it on the basin. Whoa! Holy crap! That was entertaining! That just zipped by. It almost hit me. That was kind of creepy and kind of awesome at the same time. Okay, note to self, when I'm doing a final jettison like that, do it at a perpendicular angle to my descent trajectory so that I don't kill myself. That could have been really, really, really bad. I mean, that was kind of awesome, but that could also have been really bad at the same time, and it just barely wasn't. All right, so I do plan on having a ground-based Minmus base and a space-based one. I'm going to actually start with the space-based one and have a lander. Um, sweet. And have a lander that does refueling missions until I find a point on Minmus that has lots and lots of kethane in one of the basins. Should probably turn off the engine. So that, you know, I can just kind of A, say I have it, and B, it's a good challenge. I think it's a good challenge. But the thing is that now I'm not sure if I want to do the base before or after I try to get to Duna, and I will be doing automated craft to Duna before I do manned craft to Duna. So, you know, expect that. Expect you know, like robo buddies and stuff like that. Just kind of to give me enough science to get a manned craft out to Duna. And I may actually go for an asteroid catching thingamajiggermabob at some point too. I'm not 100% certain how exactly I want to do that, but you know, I'll figure it out somehow, somewhere, some way. And splashdown. Doo-doo-doo. All right, because I like science. EVA report. I'll take it. And surface sample, because hey, it's water. Ah, dang it. Alright, well, recover. And then okay, go to the tracking station and recover this puppy. Yep, and sweet, 61 science. Ooh, an unknown and a space object. Which I'm kind of curious. Let's, ooh, hey, look at that. Huh. Class C, Class C, Class C. What's this? Also a Class C. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. So supposedly I'm able. Oh, here we are. Track it. It's orbiting the sun. Track that. Also orbiting the sun. Interesting. Okay, so, ooh, very cool. All right. Let's see. So, do my sciencey stuff. Boot. Yeah, I've got enough to get all three of these because all, as I see it, all the basic rocketry stuff is pretty important. It allows me to build one of my favorite things, which is the research service module. Now, ideally, there's a few other parts that help it. Yeah, I'll want the Science Junior at some point too, but I've got enough for a basic research service module. All right, so this will be the first time that I cut out and do a construction-y thing on the side. So I will be back in a moment. And I'm back. All right, here's the new one. And yeah, give it that one. Since whoops. Okay. Don't think that broke anything, but just in case. Okay, there we are. All right, now. So, like with before, this is kind of experimental, but you know, never quite done one like this before. So you probably noticed the sort of research carriage that I have just behind the pod, and you've probably seen something like that before, because I have actually used similar. Oh boy, okay, let's get launching here. 2, 1, launch. I have used similar mechanisms before on my rockets. And it's something that I found to be rather useful, because it allows me to do a recovery without necessarily having to hassle with attaching all of the science gizmos. You know, I should update the clouds, because I think there's a nice update for the clouds that actually does volumetric clouds. Okay, that was totally tangential. I like having the sort of science carriage that I can jettison behind the actual module, because then I don't have to deal with you know, landing them both on the same chunk of rocket. Instead, I only have to deal with oops. All right. Instead, I only have to deal with time to start the gravity turn. I only have to deal with getting them. That'll work. And because with the 2 parachutes, this thing will land quite nicely. And one of the problems that I run into with landing all this together is it's just so darn heavy that it's hard to land. And honestly, I want these things to land a fair amount softer than I want the capsule to land, because the capsule can take it. And wow, I'm jostling around a lot here. Also, okay, good. And all right, there we go. Okay, and let's get ready to cut engine now. Okay, I don't think I actually have enough fuel to pull this off properly, but it's all right, it happens. All right, so because the idea is that this has its own, well, first off, it's got its own heat shield, which should do just fine in keeping everything safe. But secondly, these 2 parachutes will do a plenty fine job in making sure this thing will land softly, whereas this thing only needs the one little parachute up top. But that one parachute up top just can't cover it. I mean, in theory, I could fire off all 3 parachutes at the same time, but yeah, that gets annoying. Plus, honestly, it just looks cooler. I mean, there is the whole visual aesthetic thing that just you just gotta have it every once in a while. So, okay, 37-second burn. I may not have enough fuel for this. That's unfortunate. All right, so I've got time for this. Let's be quick about it. EVA report. And back in. Yeah. Alright, so sweet. So, you know, just personal preference, kind of doing it in that particular way. Nothing too fancy there. Ooh, boy, that does look pretty. But yeah, I seriously need to update the clouds. 0.24. I'll do it in 0.24. Alright, so if burn is 37, then I think that's actually the same amount of time I had with the last attempt that I had at this. So, right, 2019, okay. I am not going to have enough to actually get this thing to properly orbit. Dang it, that's annoying. Alright, well, it happens. And let's lock that in. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's take a look at the mystery goo. Did I already get an observation? I did not. Okay, so keep that data. Then I want to get one more as I'm coming in closer. Okay. Alright, so very glad that I'm done with school. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like school, but you know. Alright, so I'm gonna have to figure out something for getting more oomph on this contraption here. Oops. Turn off the SAS. Readjust, re-enable the SAS. It is nice to have my computer properly working at full functionality again. I even got my PS3 working, which was awesome. Ended up playing a little bit of Dust 514 on it. Oh boy, I mean it's not a terribly good game, but it is kind of fun, and hey, it's part of the Eve universe. I can appreciate that. If nothing else, I can appreciate that. Let me see if because I sometimes, well, no, that experiment. It'll be an experiment. See if this stages properly, because ideally I want everything to trigger at once. We'll see if that happens. Okay, and start burning the fuel. Okay. Now, because I learned this last time, oops, not that way, this way. Because I learned this last time, perpendicularity. Okay, that didn't quite stage properly. That did. Ish. Maybe. Yes, okay, good. That did stage properly. Good. Okay. Let's see how this works. As ideally, this is supposed to prevent overheating on these. Let's see here. Did they get an observation? Yeah, okay, I've already got an observation at that. So, and I've already got a crew report. Yeah. Okay, I definitely don't want to go on EVA right now because atmosphere causes problems. Alright, so this particular video is going to cut out after I land and get some science. Trim off the SAS. How are we doing here? Okay, and yep, it is doing the temperature protection thing. This is really good. 50, 60, 370. Yep. Oh man, that's working great. That's working great. Man, that looks like it's coming up fast. Okay, now because I don't want to kill anything. Whew. Wow, that was really kind of awesome. Glad I did it sideways. Okay, let's see if I can switch to it. That's not... Okay. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Why am I getting a... Why was I getting a frame rate thing going on there? That was kind of weird. Yep, there it is again. Now, why is it at 30? Oh, I know why I'm getting the frame rate thing there, because I'm gonna have to rebind that. Okay. Darn you, fraps. Woot. Okay, so... Yep. Alright. Let's see, where... Ah, there it is. Yeah, this is always fun to watch when I got the faster thing coming up. Almost. And Deployment. Sweet. 3.4 meter per second crawl as opposed to a 6.3. So, all right. There we go. Okay. Yes, no more numbers. All right, almost landed. Hopefully the sciencey stuff will do its thing properly. Did I get a crew report here? Oops, I didn't. Keep the data. Awesome. So not getting out at this point. That's kind of cool looking over there. One of these days I'll upgrade my monitor even more. There's this really nice, I think it's like a 33 or 34 inch 21 by 9 aspect ratio monitor that's just like crazy resolution that I really, really want. I'll get there eventually. Ooh, what is that? That's an interesting little icon. Okay, so back over here, see how this thing is doing, because this is unmanned. Ergo, I don't want this to vanish. Bull. Ba-dum. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty moon. Pretty moon with pretty clouds. Alright, I'm gonna time accelerate this because, geez, seriously? Ba-doop ba-dum ba-doop ba-dum ba-doop ba-dum ba-dum ba-dee. Okay, back to 1. And 10 meters. 1 and splashdown. Okay. So, recover that. Oh, I forgot to do one of the mystery goos. Jason. Bad. Narg. Totally my bad, though. Alright, and then let's recover this. And sweet, so I've got 31 science. Okay, so that's going to end this go around with Kerbal Space Program. Dun, dun, dun. All right, I shall see you guys in the next episode.